Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope everyone watching has a great day with their special someone. And if you don't have one, don't worry about it. Neither do I. Instead, enjoy the fact that you aren't the person playing a visual novel in a basement on Valentine's Day. This story begins like all great stories do. I was scrolling through Reddit and found a subreddit for the game Slay the Princess. Intrigued, I decided to buy the game, then proceeded to forget about it almost immediately. But since here I am, alone on Valentine's Day, I decided to play it given that my first impression of the game was that it was some sort of dating sim. I was wrong. Very, very wrong. Before we begin, I would highly recommend playing the game for yourself first. The Steam page for it is in the description. This video is not going anywhere, much like my love life, so you can just watch the video after you play the game. The game's pretty short and it's only $18. Lastly, please consider subscribing. I'm a man alone on Valentine's Day, and your subscription would make me feel just a little bit better about that fact. Now on to the game. I started out by learning that this game is a love story, and that there are no wrong decisions. I've heard that one a lot, and have proved it wrong every single time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I spent a while going through various dialogue options, but the narrator didn't give me any more information beyond the premise of the game. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolucion!
That's the spirit. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm not alone on Valentine's Day. I have the voices in my head to keep me company. I don't need a dagger. I'm here for love, not violence.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Now I'm talking to a woman. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty successful Valentine's Day. You seem lovely, but the fate of a fictitious world lies in the balance of your life, and I'm not above murder, so I'm gonna go quick grab that knife.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
You know, this might have been a mistake.
She can't, right? Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That wasn't a rejection. That was merely a disagreement. Besides, I got another voice in my head, which means I am less alone than before. Alright, I'll grab the dagger this time. Apparently, leaving and coming back for the dagger will just get me killed.
Clutched and trembling hands won't save you from me.
On second thought, I'll pass.
Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Well, we're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, we just had a bit of a misunderstanding at first. Nothing a calm conversation can't solve. I'll just walk in there, and we'll talk it out.
Teeth and eyes as the princess emerges, enormous maw gaping, ready to You're on a path in the woods.
You know what? I'm just gonna go in there and kill her. Simple as that. I just need to pick up the knife, walk into the basement,
you lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
then stab her.
You
There.
feel flesh
I beat the
easily
game.
give way.
Now what?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom.
I'm trapped in abyss for all eternity.
Find.
You'll never take me alive!
Yourself and you die. On a path in the woods.
And we're back to the start again. I'll just show up and kill her again. Can't be that hard. She's already dead.
form of the
Then I'll just kill her ghost.
It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her,
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path.
Alright, we're 1-1. Let's go back in there, grab the knife, and we'll settle it.
What's
There's
strange,
no
there isn't
knife.
much of anything in here at all, aside
Wait.
from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine.
We'll just call it a draw.
See you in a jiffy.
You're on a path in the woods.
Alright, I have an idea.
Seriously? You're just going
To any divine
turn
being
around and
capable of interfering with a mortal such as myself, I am going to turn around and leave. I hope that you will guide my path into me getting into a relationship.
suppose you just. That's strange.
I don't care how many times this game wants me to go into a cabin. I'm not doing it.
Convenient.
I'm leaving.
Everything's back, but you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you. You're just going to do whatever you can.
This is why I don't call for divine intervention.
You can isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies. You're on a
I'm
path
just gonna go into the
in
cabin.
woods.
What's the
And at
worst
end
that
of
can
that
happen
path
at this point?
is a cabin. Rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as
Are you okay?
what the hell was that? What happened to us?
How strange. So, why are you here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world. What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
What's even the point anymore? I go out to bars.
The door to the
I've tried
basement
dating
creaks
apps.
up her voice.
Am I just that uninteresting?
Is some
She
You
smiles
know,
softly as
she
her
may be a
gaze
fictional
meets
character,
yours.
and she
Blood
may
from
have
her
just
wounded
chewed
arm
through her own
dripping
arm,
rhythmically to the
but
ground.
she's the only one
How
who's
is she
taken my
still
hand on
smiling
this
after
romantic
everything?
day.
The reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Yeah, this seems about right.
Everything goes
Not
dark.
even a fictional character can help me.
You're on a path.
Let's just try it again. It can't go worse. Hopefully.
Oh, don't you stop. You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Hey, I succeeded this
Should
time.
have worked.
But why do I still feel so
The
empty?
doom.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I just wanna be happy.
You're on a path in the woods.
I'm
At the
alone
end
on
of that
Valentine's
path
Day.
is a cabin,
I can come to terms with that.
and in the basement
My
of that
enjoyment of
cabin,
my own life
is
does
a
not
princess.
hinge on being in a relationship with another person.
You're here to slay her.
For the last part of this game,
If you don't,
I'll leave it to the voice of the
it will be
grieved to
end
finish it
of
off.
the-
Alright, I think I know which one to do. Alright, lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
By some
It can't
definitions
be.
of the word.
This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The nightmare. This is definitely not the one to play right before I go to bed. Let's jump into the void.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I was curious. Seems way better than going downstairs and dying.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything?
You'd be surprised.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go
It's
numb.
like a doll. That's
Your
cool.
arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it? What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This is completely fine.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Also, I definitely know where the seizure warning came from. It was literally just from this entire one. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you. So do your worst.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
No, what's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Thank you guys so much for watching. The first thing I have to say is that I'd highly recommend playing Slay the Princess. There's so much from that game that I didn't include because I wanted anyone who watches this video to play the game as if they've never seen it before. Secondly, I hope everyone here has a great Valentine's Day. Goodbye!